Go.
Keeping him on his toes, right?
All right, so what do you believe makes this team most vulnerable to unexpected losses? Because I feel like the last time we were in this building, we saw an unexpected loss. What makes them so vulnerable to those?
Yeah, for Atlanta, I think if they don't come out with that same defensive intensity throughout the entire game, you might see a loss, right? So Jordan Cannon actually talked about it as well in the postgame. She basically talked about how through the first 3 quarters of that game against Golden State, they did not have the defensive intensity they needed to have.
The start of the third quarter, we allowed them to get a couple of offensive rebounds, which allowed them to get some kick-out threes. I think we were very lackadaisical on the defensive end. I don't really think it's anything that they've done. I think it was just us not being aggressive to start. And I think for the first 3 quarters, we were like that. I just think the third quarter was just very apparent. So I think it was just us not being aggressive, us not executing the defensive schemes and making sure that we were keeping them off the glass and making them take tough shots. They were all easy shots for them. And as you can see, 30 points in the third quarter is not like us. So we just got to clean that up.
They didn't have the defensive intensity they needed to have, right? So they were down by 13 going into the fourth quarter. Now, obviously, they helped erase that lead, but it took a lot to do that. By the time they did it, they kind of ran out of steam at the end. So I think for them, if they don't start fast on defense and getting those deflections, getting those steals, getting those lanes cut off, those sorts of things, you're going to see them crawl, right? Their defense actually dictates a lot of their offense many times.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see it more where their offense just fires from the very beginning, but I think, if that defensive intensity is not strong from the beginning, it's probably going to be a long night.
No, and I agree with you 100%. One of the things that I had a question about is why do they start every third quarter so slow? We've seen it. It's not just me. I don't think it's just me. Yeah. But I think we've all seen it, and they mentioned it, right? Yeah. So it seems like whatever happens at halftime, I don't know, but going into that fourth quarter, it's a little bit slow, and they've lost the third quarter for a few games now. Yeah. So why do you think that is?
Sometimes it's just about, again, keeping that same intensity, right? You have that break. Honestly, the halftime, yes, it's for adjustments, but sometimes when you're not on the court for those couple of minutes, you can lose that momentum. And I know that sounds strange because it's halftime's a reset, but in my opinion, I think it's a couple things. Sometimes the break kind of disrupts that momentum, but also teams adjust, right? So, and that's something we have to talk about as well. In that third quarter, I often think to myself, okay, can Atlanta weather the storm of the third quarter? Because that's usually where teams adjust, right? I would like to see more from them where they are being the dictators for that third quarter, right? We've seen it at times throughout the season, but not consistently enough. And I think if they were able to, again, turn it on to the third and take it into the fourth, you'd probably see a lot more them getting wins against not just, teams on a night-to-night basis, but consistently stringing those wins together.
She's a wealth of knowledge, y'all. And the reason I bring that up is because I've thought about so much on why they would have a problem in the third quarter. One thing I did not think about is the adjustments from the other team. And I should have definitely thought about that first. That's a great point.
It's not just about the love of the game. It's about dedication and commitment through the process and the patience to endure. There's joy in reaching your goals and peace in knowing you've done all you're supposed to do. Ozell brand. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle.